am kind of obsessed with the idea of hotels in The Sims. This is like my #1 pack request for The Sims 4. I've been making fake hotels for years. I've been begging and pleading the Sims team to make this for us forever. And with businesses and hobbies, you can kind of run any business. So this is not the equivalent of actually having a hotel pack, but we can kind of pretend a little bit now, and we can make a business where Sims will come and sleep. We can have them bathing and showering. I can make them breakfast and try to serve dinner. And then we can sort of pretend that we're running a hotel, but I'm not really thinking about building a resort right now. I don't know if building a resort would really work all that well with this, but we can kind of pretend that we're running more of a bed and breakfast. And that's what I want to do today. I want to try to test it out and see if we can build sort of a small family-owned hotel vibe. This lot is where the starter home usually is. I just bulldozed it so we can build our own thing. And kind of what I'm thinking is that it could be, oh, that's a little bit taller than I wanted. So it might be shaped something like this, and we could potentially have a couple of bedrooms on each floor. They might have to share a bathroom. And then we can have a really small section on the top floor that belongs to us, but most of it will be public. I'm also not gonna make this a starter home, so I'm just gonna cheat for some money straight away. Okay, let's start by just trying to get together a little bit of a shell. I guess there could be a cute little patio space next to it over here. Oh, that has a lot of potential actually. I'm excited about that. Maybe the patio should be more of a yard. Is that better? So we can have some grass. I also don't really know what style of window and door I wanna do. The Sim that I made wears a lot of red and yellow, so maybe we could have sort of a red and yellow thing going on with the outside. Oh my. This might be a little bit much. We'll see. I think I'll also paint the downstairs with this color. I like the variety there. Okay, I'm not really sure if this is cute or not, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. Should I make the first floor taller? I guess it would be a lot nicer to have it bigger down here, right? Oh yeah, and then I can do this. That's like way better. Okay, it looks a little bit silly without a roof, but we'll get there. It's gonna be fine. Is this the lightest color of the frieze? I think I'm gonna use this color anyway. It's not exactly the same color as the windows, but ooh, we could use a fancier window downstairs. What about that? And we make it big all the way across the bottom floor. I am not sure how this is gonna work out. I'm a little scared of the floor plan. Okay, this is kind of what I was thinking though. Oh, no, stop. Freezes are so annoying. I'm going through and just trying to like custom place this right now. I'm probably gonna have to do it again. I think I'm gonna paint this whole thing with one color. I feel like that looks a little bit better. Okay, let's talk floor plan for a second. So we're gonna need to have a staircase. I'm thinking it should be like this, or maybe I want it to be even smaller. Oh dear. We kind of want the bedrooms to be like as small as possible because the goal with this is to fit as many as we can in the space. To actually make good money doing this in The Sims 4, I think you'd want to have bunk beds because you just want to fit as many beds as possible in as small of a space as possible. Okay, there's a lot of hallway happening in here and there's no bathroom for any of these bedrooms. I am not certain that that's a good thing, but maybe they have to go upstairs to get to the bathroom. Okay, so kind of what I'm thinking right now is that this upstairs area belongs to the owner of the bed and breakfast. So they'll have like a private small living area, their own bathroom, and their own bedroom. They'll get into it through this little door over here. I'm wondering about this. I just feel like we can't split that up like I want to. Yeah, I had a thought just then that like maybe this could be a bathroom and then this one could be a bathroom. Oh, maybe we could get more than one. This is like way tighter than I want it to be. That little corner is a little bit small, but I think that realistically, that would make a lot more sense for us in game to have more bathrooms. It's better to split it up. And then we can put another one downstairs somehow. Because downstairs, we need to have a kitchen. And you kind of want to close the kitchen off. Like, the kitchen might be set to be employees only or something so that people won't go in there. This room can have the front desk in it. Maybe this becomes a dining room for our guests to sit and eat. And then we can have an extra little bathroom. It can be small, but there could just be a little bathroom in there. This is the living room. So we can have the TV on this wall somehow. Maybe like a piano. Just we can try and put some skill building activities, things for them to do in there. Maybe this does become an extra bedroom. What if we leave the bathrooms downstairs? There can be 2 bathrooms here and then we can have like a, you know what? I think we need to have an extra bathroom up here. All right, I think we're getting somewhere with this. I feel like I can visualize it a little bit better now. I did just delete all the windows from the side, which is bad, but I guess I can put those back once we start furnishing. I think I'll use this flooring everywhere outside. Now I'm gonna start trying to mix in some landscaping. This will be cute because there's a few sections for us to put plants. There's enough space right here. Maybe we could have some bike racks right there on display. We can do some trees over this way. I feel like I didn't leave enough space for the mailbox. There's no wall space next to this door. Okay, you know what? This is a good time for us to change out the color because these columns are supposed to be lighter. That literally looks 10 times better. I don't know why I had left it the bad swatch before. And once again, I am redoing the frieze on the top. When you're working with friezes in this game, you literally end up doing it like 15 times. It's just over and over and over and over again. Okay, let's talk about this roof for a second because we're gonna try and do some slightly sneaky things, like scooting this just a tiny bit forward. Then I'll fit the roof in there. And then I wanna curve it. If you hit Shift C, it gives you some more curving options. So we can kind of like round it at the top and then curve it in. This way we can make it follow the lines a little bit more. Do you see how it's like doing a more swoopy shape? We can put it like that. I'll use the exact same shape on this one. I've also hit F5 so I can place things on quarter tiles, and then I'm scooting these forward a little bit more. It looks better when you have it like this and they're sitting on top of the frieze. That way you don't have any weird clipping. And then I'll just use the roof from the pack and I'll just copy the same thing onto this one. I'll make it a little bit smaller. I forgot to put this frieze back. I can scoot this. Oh dear. Scoot this forward a tiny bit. I think I'm just gonna use a white trim. There is a trim from the pack, but I feel like the white one matches a little better. And the one from the pack, oh, maybe I will use the white one from the pack. I was gonna say it clips, but it actually isn't clipping, so I just lied. I lied and it's fine. I am gonna get these little dormers, and we're gonna try and really carefully place them in a nice location. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, we'll put those. I don't know if I want any on this part. It's kind of small right there, so I'm thinking no. I'll put the windows sort of in line with those because that looks okay from, oh, never mind. Dang it. Okay, I gotta scoot them in a little bit more. That works fine. All right. Is it okay like that? It makes for such a like horrible long and skinny bathroom, which I don't really like. I guess we just commit to it. Once it's furnished, it won't be as bad anyway. Okay, I am gonna put a door into the kitchen because we don't want the guests going in here. I like that tile color with it. I feel like that works. I don't really want to raise those up. I'm not sure how to fit the counters in this room. Oh, it's not that bad. I was worried that it was going to be really clipping with the windows, but it's just a tiny bit in the corner right there, so I think that's fine. All right, I'm gonna let myself use some kind of expensive appliances, I think. We should also definitely get a dishwasher. Like, that's gonna make life so much easier for your Sims. If I put this here, oh, that's bad. You don't want it to be in front of the window. Oh, well, it's not that much in front of the window. I think I'm overthinking it. Sorry, everybody. I do have a tendency for dramatics. Okay, I think this is kind of bad because it's like right next to this. You can't really open the cabinet, but I'm just gonna leave it anyway. I feel like it's fine. What would happen if we only had the 2 windows centered down there? It's not as nice, but I do feel like maybe that looks better from inside the kitchen. In Businesses and Hobbies, they have this table. This one kind of looks like a prep table almost to me. At the very least, it kind of looks like a workspace. So I think I'd like to use it. We definitely need a coffee maker in here. And I'm trying not to use like so many packs, but I've already used a couple. I won't do anything extreme though, I promise. Why the family recipe thing? I don't understand why it's not in the kitchen clutter category. Is it under like the stove category or something? Where is it? At least you can search recipe and it'll come up. This is Grammy's family recipes, so we'll put that in here. That's really cute for a bed and breakfast. I really like the idea of them serving a bunch of family recipes in this place. Okay, that's the kitchen. This will be the dining room. I'm not sure if this chandelier is gonna be too much. Oh no, it's fine. Oh my God, that's so pretty inside of the dining room. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. We can put a few things like this in here. I think maybe some curtains would be nice. I'm not sure what colors these will come in. They do come in a red color, and we have a lot of red, so that might work. I'm kind of wanting to have a buffet table. I'm just not sure if there's enough space. I think my sim can still get through here. Oh, she went around the other way. Can you stand here? Oh, wait. I don't think she can. I really would like to have this though, because I'm thinking that it would be nice to have a place to put the food that they're cooking. Can you go here? Oh, okay. It's scooted enough into the wall that it works now. Yeah, and then imagine they would set like the eggs and the toast right here on this table for your Sims to eat. Oh, maybe I'll put nothing on this table so there's more space for food. I feel like that's better. Putting extra chairs is a bad idea, right? Because you can't get around there. Oh, they actually can. Okay, I know it's really tight, but I think that's what I'm going for. Like, I want it to feel really tight. We want it to feel kind of old. Okay, the pattern situation on this, really dramatic, but that's what I want. I am going for dramatics right now. Maybe I'll just paint all the walls real quick with like a default color. We'll change this, but there's something about looking at the blank walls that's throwing me off, so we can paint them all. Maybe we pick a bigger archway. Yeah, that's nice for this part. I will do that. We do need the ticket kiosk. And then somehow I want to make a fake front desk. I don't know if I want to have an actual desk or if I want to do counters. I feel like an actual desk is kind of the vibes. We put like the desk and then maybe the kiosk right next to it. I must say, I don't love the kiosk. I think the kiosk is kind of ugly, but I want to use it because it's functional for us. You know what else I don't love is this rug. This is one of my least favorite rugs in the entire game, and that is precisely why I am inspired to use it. We have some of these cute little filing cabinets from Get to Work. Life and Deaths are probably cuter though. These are just a little bit older looking, so it's probably better for us. Oh my god, the quilt. Stop, we need that. That's perfect for this. I love the idea of Granny making the quilt. Maybe the ticket kiosk could be over here. I'm just trying to think about alternate ways to do this. Oh, we should definitely use the businesses and hobbies bed. Wait, I wanted to put an ottoman. This way our guests will have a place to sit. Ooh, no. The swatches, they don't fit. Oh, come on. This one. That is absolutely the way. I guess we can just put the ticket kiosk on that side of it because then it's right by the front door. Easy access for the Sims who are coming in to pay. I have to cheat for money again. We're already out. That's terrible. Trying to get myself a small collection of art pieces here. I just want to build out that gallery wall a tiny bit more. And then with the curtains, do we want to hang those up on this wall? Can't really tell. Okay, so they'll come in, they can sit down and wait, they can check in at the front desk. This part is pretend, they'll actually check in there. Oh, I should put flowers on the desk, that's cute. I love the idea of these Sims having paper files for the most part too, because it's like a little bit older in here. So they've got like all the files out, they have their filing cabinet. All right, let's think now about what kind of things the guests will do while they're here, aside from just sleeping. I think we definitely need a piano. I would also like to have a fireplace. Oh, this one's cute. Maybe we scoot this piano over more. How far into the wall can that go without clipping? Right there? Okay. I think the growing together leather sofa is kind of the energy that I'm going for in this place. Ooh, even this growing together table. No, never mind. Sorry. I think I'm gonna use the businesses and hobbies one. It's not very traditional looking, but I think that's okay. In my mind, growing together just came out and is like one of the most recent packs. In reality, there's been 5 packs since then. That is horrible. It's like kind of a scary thought. Okay, we'll get a little wall TV up here. Oh, the TV looks bad. I really do feel like we kind of need one though. It might be this fireplace that is the problem. There are other ones. Oh, you know what? I love this fireplace, don't get me wrong, but this one kind of has like an old energy to it, and I do actually really enjoy that. If I raise this up, is that gonna float? Yeah, okay, cool. How about this one? This one looks a little bit better because you can kind of pretend that it's mounted and you just see a little bit of the stand or something. Maybe that's like a cord cover. I wanna put the little games table. I think that's so cute. We could probably even fit the 3 chairs. I'm trying to think about like what other sort of activities would be fun for us to have. I think maybe a second card table makes sense. I don't know if it looks that good, but when you think about places like this in real life and like hotel lobbies, there's just places to sit, like little nooks of places to sit. So that's what I'm trying to channel. I also would love to use this thing. Do you think hanging up pictures of Bella Goth is weird? I kind of love it and I kind of want to do it. Maybe I'll put the grandfather clock. We need some sort of art up here too. Oh, maybe this thing. That's fun because we can pretend that it's like a historical picture because this is like an old bed and breakfast. Maybe it's like the oldest house in town and they've turned it into a bed and breakfast. Oh, here, how about this? We'll also use Bella Goth's tea set, because I've already used her pack, so we might as well. Okay, I think that's the majority of the downstairs done. Let me get rid of this fireplace that's just outside, and then we can real quick think about the bathrooms. I might make the lighting even more yellow toned. Do you remember when I said I wasn't gonna use that many packs? Because I do, and all of a sudden I'm putting werewolves in here. Like, times have changed. Okay, that's a nice little bathroom though. I don't think I like the shower when it touches the window like that, right? Like, that's weird. I'm trying to do something a little bit more interesting in these bathrooms than I maybe normally would. They're not really that interesting still, but I'm just trying to add a little bit of extra spice. I personally think these blinds are kind of ugly, but we do need them because this bathroom is right in the front of the build. It's right on the front of the street. There is a new tub that comes in the pack that I haven't used yet. I don't really know if I like the colors of it. It's nice, but it maybe feels a little bit too modern. I think maybe the cottage living one is better. Oh, I can already tell that your Sims are gonna be insufferable in this bathroom because they're probably gonna walk in on each other a lot. There'll be like somebody in the shower and then somebody's gonna walk in and try and use the bathtub. Oh, should I have a brick accent wall? You know what? I kind of love it, just as like a fun little detail. Okay, I'm real quick putting together this upstairs hallway and I'm thinking about just getting a couple of bonus skill building things, like maybe a computer that could be accessible by all the guests. I just think that would be nice to have. And it's also kind of tucked away. I'm gonna put the thermostat inside of the apartment section because we don't want everyone else to be able to access it, right? I'm gonna come back to the apartment section later on. I'm thinking this will be a bedroom. This is that mini living room and then they have a private bathroom. But now I wanna do the bedrooms. I'm really excited about decorating these bedrooms. I think I'm gonna do a mix of some single and some double beds. I also wanna have some really fun wallpaper stuff going on in this place. I really like the idea of each of the rooms being like almost aggressively themed. So if you stayed here, you could be like, oh, well, I want to be in the green room or whatever. Are any of these curtains remotely okay? I don't know. I don't really know if I like those. It'll be fine. I love that picture behind the bed. I can kind of see there just being a chair in the corner. Even if that chair is not the cutest, I feel like that's a reasonable thing to add in. Maybe we get a simple full-length mirror on this wall. It's also not the cutest, but it's just nice to have. I'm thinking that I should have added music somewhere. This thing. That's a radio, so we'll put that up there. Okay. Oh, this wallpaper with the red actually works super well. It's because it matches the windows. That's so nice. Maybe I do a cats and dogs bed there. Yeah, in the red. Okay. I'm actually kind of obsessed with the horrible curtains and I love the pattern mixing and matching. I think in this room, I want to put a vanity table. It's obviously not necessary to have one of those, but it's one of those amenities that I think would be cool for your Sims to have access to, especially since in game, it doesn't actually matter what room you go in. Like no one's gonna get assigned a room. Sims are just gonna randomly sleep in these. So it really does not matter. Like we can do anything. I think this one, I'm gonna do kind of a blue and yellow thing. Oh, that even has a blue and yellow by default. Okay. Maybe this room could have a fireplace. Oh, I never used that chair. Okay, this is kind of the wrong color. We could do more of a green thing. I got a picture above the bed, a couple of lamps. I might use the same rug again. Yeah, those all work together nicely. And then in here, I was planning on putting 2 more single beds. Because when you think about it, right now, we can only sleep 4 Sims. We will also have that one extra room upstairs, but I want to have as many as we can. Does this come in red? Do I dare paint the whole thing red? Yeah, I'm gonna commit. I honestly do not like this room. I think this is kind of ugly. Okay, I'm gonna leave this desk empty because I like the idea of pretending that Sims can come here and like write their letters on it. So I'll leave them space to do that. But that's all of the downstairs bedrooms. Should I do single beds again up here? It is really easy to replace the beds with double beds if you want a different one. And I really do think that functionally it's gonna be nicer to have the singles. Okay, all of the guest bedrooms are complete now. So there's 5 guest bedrooms total, but we have 8 beds. I think the double beds are not good for this because I really don't think that Sims are gonna sleep together in them. This is more good if you wanted to come here as a guest. It's like nice for you as a guest to have a double bed access, but as an owner of this building, I don't think you want double beds, so I didn't put as many of those. I think I'm gonna do the apartment last, and I'm gonna switch gears real quick and do the outside area because then we'll have all of the guest stuff done. I kind of like these little bushes outside. I just don't know if the colors are too much because I'm really not trying to have like McDonald's vibes with the outside, but I do like that it's kind of bright. I think I'll stick the mailbox for the apartment in the back. It's like tucked away in the corner. And now I'm gonna get out all the debug stuff. I'm putting some pipes outside. Okay, so we have this little tiny bike rack in the back. Okay, I'm getting some trees in these little tree cages. I don't know how this one's gonna go because this one's pretty close to the house. Oh, but this tree is pretty skinny. Oh, good. Okay, I guess we can use the bigger ones, not sized down on the sides. I had kind of been planning on putting a big tree in this little part. I essentially want to cover up the side a little bit. Okay, I've done the landscaping kind of like this, just a few little plants dotted around. I'm gonna put terrain paint in there. Before I forget, I'm gonna put some trash cans. Oh, look, and the piano is clipping. everything. I'm glad I noticed that. I'm gonna make one green and one blue and we can pretend that it's for recycling. That's not actually how it works, but we can pretend. Oh, this awning is kind of cute. We could do that. Okay, then I was gonna put this terrain paint down. We'll layer it with some dirt terrain paint around all of the edges and underneath the plants. I feel like our guests might want to use a telescope, so I could give them one of those. But my main priority out here is just to have a dining table. Just some little place to sit right there. We could potentially even get some extra ones if we wanted to have them go out in the front a little bit more. That's kind of nice. Okay, last thing is a welcome mat outside. I think that's covering the entire outside though. That's all the stuff that I wanted to add. I am really liking this. I'm gonna go upstairs and really quickly put together the apartment section. Okay, so here's kind of the color scheme that I was thinking for the primary bedroom up here. They've got a fireplace, I have a little chair by it. I'll give them a big dresser over there too. I feel like I don't want to put a kitchen up here. Like my goal with this is not to have a second full living space because I want them to be using the downstairs. I just wanted the Sims who live here to have a little bit of a private area. I feel like this is nice functionally too, because no matter how you're playing with this, you might have a Sim who's like trying to be a painter and they just also happen to be running a bed and breakfast. And this way you have a place to actually do all of that painting, or maybe it's pottery or, you know, whatever it might be. Maybe I'll give them an easel. Maybe we'll make it painting for this Sim. They can have an easel in the corner somehow. Oh, you know what I was thinking about adding and then forgot to do? I was planning on putting a chess table. We could probably just shove that off to the corner. Classic. Okay, we'll do that. Are there any other skill items that I feel like would be nice? Oh, you know what? This is kind of a random addition and like not necessary, but maybe they have a little crystal making hobby, the Sim who runs the business. Oh, I think that's good. Okay, so this is our ginormous bed and breakfast lot. You can come in, you'll check in here, you can eat. We've got places for our guests to hang out and like do skill building. They can sleep upstairs, and I managed to fit in a couple of bathrooms. 2 of them have showers and then there's 2 that are just toilets. It's a shame they have to share the bathrooms and we don't have en suites, but it just didn't work out with the shape of this lot. And then upstairs we have an extra bedroom, an extra bathroom, and then this here, the blue outline, is the space that belongs to the Sim who lives here. So let me finish setting up the activities. Maybe I'll have them play table games because then they'll use the chess tables and those game tables. And maybe they have to be friendly. They come here because they want to hang out and like be chatty with the people who are staying. They should definitely pay hourly. And I think it should be kind of expensive. And there, that is our bed and breakfast. But thank you for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. Oh, I just had so much fun doing this. I hope that you liked it because I love doing this.